Records spelling out why federal agents fanned out across the valley, raiding more than a dozen sports bars this week. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Jared Dillingham.
I'm Nicole Craig's. The warrant we got our hands on accuses managers at Zips of knowingly hiring undocumented immigrants, even fraud, helping them use false identities. We have team coverage for you. Alexis Dominguez shows us how police are preparing for protests. First, Steven Sarabia is live at the Zips in Tempe, which reopened today.
Yeah, that's right. It's back open today, at least the location here in Zips, and it seems like everything's back to normal. In fact, no real signs that there was a raid just a few days ago. People are going in, they're eating, but if you take a look at these documents, it shows that the story with Zips is far from over.
The accusations range from employees admitting to using fake IDs to at least one manager helping undocumented immigrants apply to work under the same identity. Arizona's family obtained the court documents that spell out the government's case against Zips.
So we have these two documents right here. Let's go over the search warrants.
I reached out to criminal defense attorney Brenna Fisher, who is not connected with this case, in order to look over the paperwork.
Oftentimes with immigration investigations, the administrative warrants will just be issued by the federal agency, and it's a restricted warrant, so they can't access private spaces. But because this warrant was signed by a judge, it means they had full permission to search public, private spaces, potentially documents.
Among the revealing documents is the criminal complaint against Salvador Villanueva Rosas, a citizen from Mexico who was allegedly an employee at one of the Zips locations.
This targets one individual for one instance of falsifying documents so he could work under a false name.
According to the documents, Rosas used identity documents under the name of Esmery Mendez in order to apply at Zips. Rosas reportedly admitted that he got the documents from a friend who also used them to apply at Zips years before. The documents also allege this was happening with other employees.
It seems because of the later portions of the complaint, which detail a full investigation of Zips and indicate that Zips had been employing, I think it listed in the 70s of a number of employees who were using false documents.
We also obtained a criminal complaint against the kitchen manager for all Zips locations. He allegedly admitted that if an employee was fired, the identity, name, and social security number that person had been using would be passed on to a new illegal employee.
There will likely be a criminal complaint coming against Zips as a whole as well, because it's a crime for a business to employ illegal immigrants knowing that they aren't in this country legally.
Now, as this evening continues, we're getting even more court documents, and we are sifting through all that information, and we'll be sure to update you as soon as we get it. For now, live in Tempe, I'm Steven Sarabia with Arizona's Family.
Stephen, thank you. So here's a closer look at what we found out about how this investigation unfolded. Almost a year ago, HSI got a tip. Zips was staffing their kitchens with illegal workers. Last March, they served Zips with a notice of inspection to turn over I-9 employment eligibility forms. And that's when agents found dozens of falsified names, social security numbers, and birth dates. Agents cross-referenced those fraudulent filings, and they found 76 employee profiles working at the same time at up to 42 other companies, bringing in high wages in a single quarter, a red flag for aggravated identity fraud.